How we doing? Great to see you.
When Asa Hutchinson came into this world, his mother put a different first name on his birth certificate.
So my mom, she did not like the name Asa when I was born, because there was a wild Billy Asa somewhere on my dad's side, and so I thought she got over it. But then when I was a young lawyer, I had to have my birth certificate for some reason, and I got it. My first name's William, so it was William blank Hutchinson. She wouldn't put Asa in there, so I actually had to have the birth certificate changed to put Asa back in there.
That's hysterical.
For a time in Hutchinson's youth, his mom's concern about that supposedly wild name seemed to be on the mark.
You know, I was pretty rebellious as a teenager. It was in the 60s, though, by the way. And it was, but, you know, Mom prayed for me faithfully, and that was, you know, she gave up. I was the youngest of 6. I still am the youngest of 6. It didn't change. Youngest of 6 children, and my mom and dad were married during the Great Depression. And so by the time we came along, they were really tired of raising kids. And so we raised ourselves a lot. I hitchhiked. That was growing up. But Mom and Dad, they said, boy, we got some trouble here.
Trouble ended up getting elected to Congress in 1996. In fact, the same year, his brother won an even bigger election in Arkansas.
My brother and I was elected to the United States Congress. And my brother was elected to the United States Senate, and it's the only brother combination that was ever elected to the House and Senate simultaneously at the same election. And so it was a proud day for Mom.
When they visited the White House, there happened to be a fellow Arkansas native in the Oval Office, Bill Clinton.
Of course, we've been political adversaries forever. And so we go in there to the White House, and we're going to see the Oval Office, but they said you can't see it because President Clinton is actually in there working. Well, he hears that the Hutchinsons are outside. And so he bounds out of there. You know, in his mind, I know Bill Clinton, he's thinking, if I just spend a little time with them, I'm going to persuade them. And so he spent over an hour, and he takes my mom to his curio case with all the old political buttons. My mom's 80-something, and she peers in there, and she says, well, Mr. President, I don't see any Hutchinson buttons in here.
Hutchinson has had a long and varied career in public service, but there was no higher stakes moment than when he was the U.S. Attorney for Arkansas in the 80s and was tapped to negotiate directly with a group of domestic terrorists.
What possessed you, and what was your thought process of donning a flak jacket and going into the CSA compound in April of '85?
Well, you know, you do what's needed in the moment, of course, and that was needed in the moment. But that whole case was extraordinary. It was a group of very violent terrorist white supremacists in the hills of northern Arkansas. And you know, that's what lawyers, prosecutors do. We prepare the search warrant, the arrest warrant, and it was a very complicated case, and we were going to we were going to try to arrest him off the property so it wouldn't be a standoff. But then they had the very violent group, the Order, from extreme northwest United States. Some of them came in, and one of them was stopped by Trooper Liniger in Missouri, and Trooper Liniger was shot and killed. And so whenever that happened, all of the national media came in, because you had not only the extremist group in northern Arkansas, but you had them coming in from across the country, and all of a sudden James Ellison, the leader of the group, refused to step out of the compound. I made a decision, we got to go ahead and execute this, so we had 200 law enforcement officers, 5 SWAT teams from 5 states, and that's when the FBI called me up there. We're going to need you to assist in negotiation. As I got out of the vehicle, and you know I'm not planning my political future because I'm dressed in a silly white shirt, you know, and I should have been in camouflage if I was really dressing for the future. But I got out of the car and they threw me a bulletproof vest, said, you're going to need this. But it was an extraordinary time with a hostage rescue team.
in all those high-pressure positions, from the Drug Enforcement Agency to Homeland Security after 9/11. Hutchinson says he always kept an even keel.
I mean, people ask me, how can you sleep at night knowing that you'd be responsible when I was at Homeland Security for a terrorist attack if it happened on our soil? Well, I'm a person of faith, I work hard, and I sleep well at night. I also have just joy of people, and that's one of the fun things about campaigning is meeting people.